Hi guys, yes, I'm back with my Night of Champions prediction video. So yes, Night of Champions has just finished. Well, for me, I watched it about an hour and a half later because I was a bit busy, but it was still an early start here in the UK. Started about 6, 7 o'clock, obviously because of the Saudi Arabia time zone difference. So I got to watch it nice and early. I mean, it's only 5 to 11. You know, usually here in the UK, we're watching pay-per-views at 1 o'clock in the effing morning. So it's like a challenge staying up. But yeah, so Night of Champions, I've just finished in Saudi Arabia, and I've got to say, for the most part, really good show. Really good. I thoroughly enjoyed that. A really, really solid show from start to finish. A few things here and there that I wasn't a massive fan of, which I will get to, like a few little nitpicks, but great show. I've got very few complaints, and mostly just positive things to go through. So yes, I have 7 matches to talk about. So yes, let's get to it. Well, I'm just mainly going to focus on the results, though. I won't go through each and every match because there's just like 20 to 30 minutes long. Probably will be anyway, but whatever. So first match we got was the tournament final for the inaugural World Heavyweight Championship. Yes, who will be the new World Heavyweight Champion? Who will be the first person to hold that belt? Seth Rollins or AJ Styles? And of course, great match. Went on for about 20 minutes. It was really, really good match. Obviously, Seth Rollins, AJ Styles. We know these two are going to have an absolute banger. And they certainly did. Both men held their own. It was a really solid, really competitive, very even. And I really enjoyed it, man. A really solid match from both guys. There was close kickouts, there were close near falls. I had it all. The crowd were heavy for Seth, heavy for AJ too. So there wasn't really a clear favourite. Although in the match, we all know Seth probably was definitely going to win. But then towards the end, Seth hit a pedigree and then a stomp on AJ Styles. 1, 2, 3, and the new World Heavyweight Champion, the first one, the inaugural World Heavyweight Champion, Seth freaking Rollins. Oh, yep, made up for him. I think he does deserve it, after putting over a lot of people, having some great matches, great feuds. It's been, nearly 4 years since Seth's last World Heavyweight Championship reign when he lost to The Fiend in Saudi Arabia. So yeah, I think Seth does deserve it. AJ was great. We can always rely on AJ, but yeah, I think Seth fully deserves this, and hopefully Seth goes on to have a very good reign with that belt. Hopefully he has it for several months, maybe leading up to WrestleMania 40 next year. So I made up for Seth. AJ was great. We can always rely on AJ, even though he's probably just getting a bit past his prime now, but he can still have a great match. And yeah, maybe there'll be a rematch at Money in the Bank. Maybe AJ wants a rematch, or maybe Seth will just go into a feud with someone else for Money in the Bank. But yeah, Seth Rollins, I'm happy for him. It's his first world title in 4 years. Go Seth. Go Seth. So next match we had was Trish Stratus and Becky Lynch. Match that I'm not gonna lie, wasn't that hyped for. I love Becky, I love Trish, but I haven't been feeling it for the build-up to this match. I don't know why. But the match was great. Great 14.5-minute match between these two. Trish can still go, considering this was her first singles match since, SummerSlam with Charlotte 4 years ago. She looked great, man. She looked really good. She can still go, Trish. Her and Becky looked great in the ring together. They got very good chemistry. I enjoyed the match, yeah. It was very even. Becky didn't dominate, Trish didn't dominate. It was just very back and forth, like Seth and AJ. But then towards the end, Becky was outside the ring, and then while Trish was in the ring with the referee, Zoe Stark just hit her finisher, or her knee finisher, whatever, on Becky. Zoe Stark from NXT. She just, and then she got back in the ring, and Trish hit a Stratusfaction, I think. Yeah, to 1, 2, 3. Okay, yeah, fair enough. I did predict Trish in my prediction chart, but yeah, because I think there's going to be another match. I think Becky will definitely get another match and get her revenge, maybe at Money in the Bank or SummerSlam. But Zoe Stark, I wasn't expecting that. Fair enough. So Zoe Stark's going to be teaming up with Trish. So maybe we'll get a tag team match at Money in the Bank, and then we'll maybe get a singles match again with Becky and Trish at SummerSlam. But yes, Trish wins this, but I thought she'd win this because it's the beginning of this feud, so Becky will get her big win eventually. But yeah, a win for Trish, and she looked very good. Then we got Gunther defending his Intercontinental Championship, going up against Mustafa Ali. Only went 8.5 minutes. So Gunther dominated most of this match, as we know he would, because he's been so dominant. He's coming up to a year as IC champion. What a reign he's had, and Ali's good, but he's in kayfabe. He's no match for Gunther, and that was really the match. Gunther just dominated him, chop after chop after chop. Powerbomb, but Ali kept kicking out and frustrating Gunther, but then Ali did get some offense back in. He hit a powerbomb, and then 054 or 045, whatever you want to effing call it, for a near fall. And then it looked like he was going to hit it again, but Gunther got out of it, and then boom, he hit two nasty looking clotheslines. Powerbomb, 1, 2, 3, Gunther retains. That was a pretty solid match, but Gunther looked strong, as we all knew he would. Mustafa Ali was not the person to beat Gunther, and Gunther retains. Good. Then we got a singles match. Yes, we got Bianca Belair defending her Raw Women's Championship, going up against Asuka. And very good 15-minute match. Obviously, this was a rematch from WrestleMania. I probably enjoyed this one a bit more than their WrestleMania match. I think they clicked a little bit better in this match, in my opinion. I think it just felt it went a bit smoother. Maybe they had the in-ring chemistry, like they worked on it a bit more than they did in their WrestleMania match. It just felt like it went a bit. The flow was better. It was a bit smoother, and I really enjoyed this match. Yeah, for 15 minutes, it was very solid. There was a bit in the match where Asuka tries to use the mist, but Bianca dodges it. But then towards the end of the match, Asuka spits on her fingers to get all the... And then, but then Bianca gets Asuka up for the KOD, but as she's in the position, Asuka rubs her fingers on Bianca's face, and Bianca's like, oh! She's like that. And then Asuka just whacks Bianca in the back of the head with her kicks. Like, she just kicks Bianca in the back of the head. And I was like, oh, okay, that's not going to win. 1, 2, 3. What? 1, 2, 3. I was like, whoa, oh my God. They've just ended Bianca's over 1 year title reign. I mean, I did predict Asuka for this match, but still, it was a shock because I didn't think that's how they were going to end it. Just a random kick to the back of Bianca's head. Is that one of Asuka's finishes when she doesn't hit the Asuka lock? I don't know, it just felt really bizarre. And yeah, I get it does protect Bianca because Asuka cheated. She rubbed all the mist in Bianca's eyes when she was in the KOD position. But it's still a shock because, yeah, that's Bianca Belair's title reign over now. Long title reign since she... how long has she had that title now? Yeah, it was since last year's WrestleMania, wasn't it, when she beat Becky Lynch at WrestleMania 38. So yeah, over a year and a month. She's had that title now. So, but longest reigning women's champion of the modern era, if you don't count Kaylee Ray, NXT UK. But yeah, still huge shock. But Asuka dethrones Bianca Belair. But I do think Bianca Belair will get her rematch because that seems to be Bianca's character, doesn't it? Like it happened against Becky because she got dethroned and then she came back and beat Becky. I think she'll do the same here with Asuka. I think Bianca will maybe turn heel. We'll get a cheeky character change from Bianca, and maybe Bianca gets the belt back off Asuka, maybe at SummerSlam. But still, big shock, very big shock. But yes, Asuka is now a 3-time Raw Women's Champion. I think 3. I don't know how many times she's had it exactly, but definitely more than once, one or twice, because she had it when Rhea Ripley dethroned her. It doesn't fucking matter, does it? So yeah, she's a multiple-time women's champion, Asuka, as we all know she is. Woohoo! 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 I've lost it, guys. I've lost it. Then next up, we got a match, which, if you want to even call it a match, yes, we got Rhea Ripley defending her SmackDown Women's Championship against Natalya, with Rhea Ripley was with Dominic. The match went 1 minute. 1 minute and 10 seconds. So, yeah, this was a bit bizarre. So, Dominic distracts Natalya at the beginning of the match. And then Rhea just dominates. Steel steps, riptide, 1, 2, 3. I was like... And they say, well, Natalya didn't have a chance. She got distracted at the beginning of the match. I'm like, well, yes, she did, but... That's not an excuse for her getting squashed. It's just because she got distracted at the beginning of the match. Loads of wrestlers get distracted at the beginning of matches and they don't go on and get squashed. So that wasn't a good enough excuse for Natalya getting squashed and trying to protect Natalya. But yeah, a 1 minute match. I mean, everyone knew Rhea Ripley was retaining, but a 1 minute a squash. I felt a bit bad for Natalya dragging her all the way to Saudi Arabia for a 1 minute match. Maybe there'll be a rematch, but honestly, I don't want to see a rematch. But maybe there will be at Money in the Bank, and Natalya will get more of Not a much longer match, but we'll see. We'll see. Then we got Brock Lesnar and Cody Rhodes rematch from Backlash, and this was good. This was a good match. Only went 9 minutes, but that's Brock Lesnar. He hardly wrestles more than 10 minutes now, does he? The match only went 9 minutes, but it was good. Obviously, Cody's selling his arm because Brock injured it on Raw. Just bashed it with a beer keg, so Cody's arm was broken off from the Kimura lock. So yeah, they sold that for a lot of the match, but then Cody started actually using it as a weapon, bashing Brock in the head. And Cody actually hits a few crossroads in this match. I was like, oh my god, is Cody actually going to effing win with a broken arm? That would just be ridiculous. But no, Brock gets out of it. Then Brock hits a Kimura lock on Cody. And I swear to God, Cody was in this Kimura lock for like 3 minutes. I mean, with a broken arm, I get you want to make Cody look strong. I get that, but that's ridiculous. That the fact he held on for 3 minutes in a Kimura lock with in kayfabe, a broken arm. That come on, and yet he nearly passes out, but he doesn't. He fights out of it. Brock hits an F5. Cody kicks out, and I think Cody hits another crossroads. Brock kicks out. I will say that Brock did call the spots a bit too loudly in this match. Like when he had Cody in the F5, you could see him saying to Cody, 2 count. So kick out with 2. I was like, oh, come on, Brock. But anyway, whatever. So yeah, then Brock gets another Kimura lock in, and Cody just passes out. And yeah, so Brock wins the match by submission. So yeah, Brock gets his win back. It's another loss for Cody now. His second loss now, obviously after Roman at WrestleMania, but they did protect Cody because he looked strong. He held on in the Kimura locks. He had Brock nearly with the crossroads, and he was injured. He had a broken arm, so he is kind of protected that he was injured and he didn't really have much of a chance. But he still held on, showed a lot of heart, and there's definitely going to be a third match. It's not the end of the feud. Cody's going to demand a rematch, either at Money in the Bank or more likely SummerSlam, because that's the bigger show, and then Cody will get his fully clean win over Brock now at SummerSlam. He had the cheeky win at Backlash. He lost via submission here because he was injured, so he'll fully cleanly beat Brock at SummerSlam, I think. Yeah, that's what they're going to go with. Then up we got the main event. Woohoo! Yes, we got Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn defending their Undisputed Tag Team Championships, going up against the Bloodline in Roman Reigns and Solo Sikoa. Han Solo, I'm Han Solo, I'm Han Solo. Going up with Paul Heyman. And this was maybe match of the night. It went 26.5 minutes, and it was mwah! What a great tag team match, man. These are the matches I live for. I love these sort of tag team matches where it's just back and forth, so much drama, so much tension, so much intrigue. Of course, going into this match, we knew that something was going to happen with the Usos because they've been teasing the breakup. Really, Roman's getting more and more aggressive with Jimmy and Jay, and Jimmy's like getting more and more pent up. Like I can't take this anymore. Roman, you're such a bully. And so we're like, when's it going to happen? When's it going to happen? When's it going to happen? The match itself was great. Solo kind of did dominate a lot of it, but Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn got back in. Of course, Roman got his spots in too, but he didn't do loads of the match, Roman, but there was a really cool spot. I loved it when KO hit a stunner on Roman buoying off the ropes, spear. I was like, that was great. That was great, man. But then towards the end of the match, the Usos come out to try and help Roman, as they always do. But I'm thinking, something's going to happen. And then they accidentally super kick Solo when Sammy gets out of the way. Roman's like, what have you done? What are you doing? And he gets in Jimmy and Jay's face, pushing them both. And then Jimmy, boom! Ow! That hurt. Ooh. Now I know how Roman feels. Yet Roman, boom! Gets super kicked by Jimmy. And I was like, yes! This is it! This is the beginning of the end for the Bloodline! Jimmy super kicks Roman. I was like, get in! Get in! Part of me is a bit annoyed that Jay isn't the first one to turn on Roman, because I was really hoping it would be Jay. He'd be the first Uso that turns on Roman, because it all began with him back in 2020, but maybe he'll be the last one, because he still looks a bit unsure. But Jimmy was like, it just does now. And Jimmy says to Jay, I'm going to do what you should have done long time ago. He super kicks Roman again. And then thanks to that distraction, Solo gets back in the ring, but Solo gets... He gets stunned, and then he gets Hoover kicked, and 1, 2, 3, Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn retain. And yeah, but that's the big talking point, of course, is Roman. It's Jimmy turning on Roman, and excuse me, and Roman's just like looking distraught, like what just happened. Paul Heyman's face, he was like, Solo was looking distraught. Jay still looks a bit like, what the hell did we just do? What the hell did we just do? Sorry, did I say Jimmy? Jay still looks a bit, oh my god, what the hell just happened? What the hell just happened? But I think we all know Jay will eventually turn on Roman too. It all began with him, and maybe it'll end with him. So what's going to happen now on SmackDown? Oh boy, what is going to happen? Roman's going to be pissed. It's going to be an understatement of the century. On his 1000th day, the pay-per-view he gets to 1000 days, it gets the bloodlines start falling apart on the pay-per-view he gets to 1000 days. Oh, it was perfect. But we'll see what happens now. I don't think Roman's going to have a match at Money in the Bank. Maybe he will. Well, I think he's actually scheduled, isn't he? But will he have a title defense, or will it just be Roman and Solo versus Jimmy and Jay in a tag team match? Oh, then Roman faces someone else at SummerSlam. Maybe Jimmy. We'll see. So yeah, guys, that was Night of Champions, and for the most part, great show. Only slight downside, I think, was Rhea Ripley and Natalya, and some of the booking in Brock and Cody was a bit. But apart from that, everything else was great to amazing. Really good show. Really enjoyed it, and I can't wait to see what happens now with Solo, Roman, and the Usos. Oh, it's gonna be tense. It's gonna be tense on SmackDown. And of course, Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn retain. Of course, the crowd was so hot for Sami, of course, with his heritage. And I've heard rumours we're going to be getting DIY versus Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. Maybe at SummerSlam, a DIY reunion. Ciampa and Gargano. Come on. So, guys, what did you think of Night of Champions? Comment below. Let me know. Where the hell is this guy? I mean, can they start? I mean, Bray, please come back. I'm getting worried now. I'm worried in the next few weeks. Future endeavoured. No! We'll see. Please, I hope Bray come back soon. Anyway, thank you for watching, guys, and I'll see you all very, very soon.